Hi there, in this video we are going to talk about best strategy on how to grow your store to 100,000 a month. Also, we're going to talk about why actually having a winning product can end up crushing your business and what would I do if I were to start all over again. If you like the content, make sure you support the channel and hit the subscribe button. My name is Silvia and over the past 6 years, I've empowered thousands of online stores in over 35 countries around the world with knowledge designed to quadruple return on ad spend. The most important strategy to build your store to 100,000 a month is to actually focus on building a brand. What does that mean? Now, anybody can sell a product, but having a brand is something entirely different, because having a brand means that you have a suite of products that represents a certain customer, that serves certain type of customer and attracts that certain type of customer again and again and again. Now, why would you want to do that? The reason for that is because we know that it's 6 to 7 times more profitable to sell to an existing customer, right? And I know that lots of you guys want to kind of include everyone. Yeah, I just want this brand to be for everyone. Well, that's great, but by selling to everyone, you're actually selling to no one because it's hard for you to cut through. So the most important thing is to actually build a suite of products that serve one specific type of customer. You really need to understand who this customer avatar is, what they want, what they need, what kind of products they are likely to buy, so that you can service them over and over and over again. And this is also one of the main reasons why having a winning product can actually come back and crush your business. Because having a winning product means that you might be actually finding something that's trendy, and that's great, but having something trendy might also mean that you're only able to sell this to the customer once. And then after that, you might not necessarily have another product that this customer might be liking. Also, having a trendy product, the danger in there is that these customers might be completely different to one another, but they all like this trendy stuff. So even if you build an amazing email list, you might be unable to use it afterwards because there might just not be enough similarity between the buyers. Now, another reason why having a winning product can actually end up crushing your business is because trending products are usually difficult to promote for, because other marketers want to promote those products too, and the cost of advertisement ends up being quite high. So just make sure you start building a brand and you actually understand who that customer is and what can you keep selling to this customer over and over and over again, so that you build that brand nicely and profitably. Now, once you have that brand, what do you have to do? You have to start driving traffic to that store, right? Because otherwise, it's literally like opening a store in -2 basement in a shopping mall. Nobody would be able to find you, right? So you need to start driving that traffic of your ideal customer to your store. Now, if I were to start all over again, I would start making sure that I'm driving at least 100 quality visitors per day to my store. Now, what are the traffic sources? The traffic sources that you really need to focus on right now to get your e-commerce store going and making sure that you get to the 100,000 a month are actually a suite of different traffic sources. So first of all, there is Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram has 2.7 billion active users. So make sure you tap into that. Now, on top of that, we've got Google Shopping. Google Shopping is extremely important because on Google Shopping, you actually get lots of what's called warm traffic. These are people who are already searching for a certain specific type of product. So they're in the final stages of choosing where they're going to buy. They're actually ready to pull out their wallet and buy. So we want to make sure that you utilize Google Shopping too. But what's the difference between Instagram, Facebook, and Google? The main difference is going to be that on Google, the traffic is going to be so-called warmer, right? Because these guys are ready to buy, but it's also going to be more expensive for you to drive the traffic, and you're going to pay a little bit more for each click. For Facebook and Instagram, it's going to be a little bit cheaper, but the traffic might be a little bit cooler. These people might be interested in this type of products, but they're not necessarily there on social media platforms to buy. They might happen to buy while they hang out with their friends, but they're essentially there to watch the news, follow their friends, and essentially entertain themselves. Now, these two, or these three, shall I say, Facebook, Instagram, and Google, are what we call paid traffic sources. However, on top of that, you also have what we call free traffic sources. And free traffic sources is something that you build yourself and that ends up being your asset. So one of them is SEO, or search engine optimization. We also refer to this as organic traffic. Now, this organic traffic is extremely important to start working on from day one in your store. But what you need to be mindful of, is it going to get you sales straight away the next day? Definitely not. It's kind of like a slow cooker. You put the ingredients in, you shut the lid, and then you wait. And the same with your email marketing list. So straight from the beginning, make sure that on your website you create a simple pop-up window that is going to collect emails, and you make sure that you stay in touch with all of your subscribers, you send them some relevant offers and keep them engaged. This email list will end up being one of the main assets inside your store, because that is your database, and you can do all kinds of amazing things with that database, such as building lookalike audiences on Facebook. Just by the way, I've got videos on all of these different topics, so you make sure you check them out if you want to learn about any of these specific topics after this video. So both with email and organic traffic, as I said, these are long-term asset building portions of your business. So for you, in order to start selling right now and start scaling your store, you need to diversify, and you need to make sure that you've got all of these types of traffic sources, that you're working on your search engine optimization, that you are working on your email list, but these two are not going to happen overnight. So at the same time, you need to make sure you're driving a sufficient amount of paid traffic to your store. If I were to start all over again, I would firstly make sure that I am hitting a pain point, or something that my customers really want or desire, through a simple ad on Facebook and Instagram. This can be a simple video, or literally like a simple photo of either your product or any kind of problem or desire that your customer is facing. So I would definitely start with that, and I would make sure that I am getting enough traffic and I'm paying less than $1 per each click. At the same time, if I were to start all over again, I would make sure that I'm putting my product onto Google Shopping, because Google Shopping, as I said before, is a platform where you're actually getting those customers who are ready to pull out their wallet and buy. So guys, the main focus to build your e-commerce store to 100,000 a month is firstly and mostly making sure that you are creating your brand and that you have product ready to serve your customer over and over again. If you like the content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you soon.